you're comfortable with everything that we're going to do for Tuesday, because Tuesday's a really big day because we come for the full 2.5 hours. Start with that. Everything that you have on the left is from Deerfield Elementary School. So you can read all this, fill out any papers, and bring them back to school as early as possible, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Everything on the right side of the packet has stuff directly to do with pre-K, just our classes. So we're going to go over that first. And the first thing we'll go over is this packet, which pretty much should tell you everything you need to know about pre-K. So if you keep it in a good, safe spot, you can refer to it all year. So we'd like to welcome you. We're really proud of our program in our school. We think you're going to be really excited to be here, and we have a few families that have come through the program before, so welcome back. Our school phone number is listed there. You can either reach me by phone, leave a message with the secretary. We actually have voicemail now. So you can ask for my voicemail, and when I get a voicemail, it comes up on my computer, and then I know to check it. So between those two systems, or a note in your child's folder, I'll try to answer it every day. So you'll have your answer by the end of that school day. Our school time is 1:30 to 4. For drop-off, if you're a car rider or a walker, you're going to go to the parking lot on the side where the basketball court is. So you'll disregard where it says buses only, and you'll go that way, and you'll bring your car around, and we will be right outside of our hallway is our exit to the outside. That's where we'll be on the path, on the sidewalk, waiting for your child. If you're walking, you can just walk straight past the school and meet us there. And if your child's a bus rider, it will say on the front of your packet. So if you turn to the front of the packet, the little card at the top is how your child will get to school. So that's Miss Liz, our pre-K bus driver, and many times she's going to pick your child up right in front of your house. It depends on where you live, whether it's at a crossroads or in front of your house. So that little index card is coming into school, and then underneath your child's name is how they're going home. And the only little friend I don't have, I have one friend that I don't know how they're going home. They're going to daycare, but I'll tell who that is at the end. Everybody else I know how they're going home on Tuesday, because I'm the one putting them on the bus. And the nice thing about pre-K is we're going to have these colored, we're going to have this color bag this year, which is different than kindergarten. So pre-K will be visible to everybody in the school because we have the canvas color bag. Kindergarten has the red bag. So it's going to be nice that we're going to be if you happen to come late to school, you're going to have to walk your child into the office, sign in, and then you're physically going to have to take them down to the classroom because it's not really fair to expect a 4-year-old to be able to find our classroom by themselves. So only if you're late, you have to do that. If you're on time, we'll be out front until 1:30. Inclement weather, if it's 2 hours late, there's no morning class, but there is an afternoon class, and then we're only cancel if schools cancel for the day for snow. Early dismissal days, we go from 12 to 1:30, and the school sends out a reminder a couple of days before early dismissals. They're one a month, and they're always on Fridays this year, and they're going to be in your school calendar as well, so you should know what days they are. These are the tote bags I told you about. It's very important that your child brings it every day because they're information for this orange card that you fill out. We're going to make a copy of. And it's especially important for the bus riders going home because our little guys don't know who they are and don't know where they live and don't know what bus they're on. So if there's ever a problem to know where they're going, we're going to have their name on the bag, their bus number on the bag, and this information in the bag, just in case they should. I'm putting them on the bus physically, but after that, you sometimes never know if there's a substitute bus driver, so someone will always know who they are and where they're going. So this bag, and then your child's name will be on the back here as well. So it's kind of there identifying, especially for going home. And we've already asked you for a change of clothes. That's not just for potty accidents. It's for when we have snack, if they spill juice on them, or if they're washing their hands in the bathroom and they have a water explosion or something. So it's not just for potty accidents. So have that to us between now and next week, and if your child happens to have an accident and we send the dirty clothes home, just wash them in a few days and give them back to us because we still need to always have one change of clothes for everybody. The second page, The morning supplies are the top group, or the bottom group, and anytime you can bring them in, we appreciate it. We go through a lot of paper towels because we're cleaning our tables before snack, after snack, and if we have a messy snack. Before you leave today, if anybody has a food allergy, I don't know that I have any in the PM. I know I have 3 in the morning, and that already came to my attention. I don't know of any allergies in the PM, so if there are any, you can tell me privately later if you don't want to do it as a group, but I need to know, especially, if it's peanut or something that they're going to have a reaction to, because we never know what we're going to have for snack. Labels, anything you can label. Their tags in their coats. If you can label their mittens, that's fine. Hats, because they don't really know what's theirs, and sometimes everything looks the same. When we hold it up, nobody knows whose it is. Don't buy gloves unless your child can put their fingers in all by themselves. We have 23 children, and by the time we got the gloves on, we would never get to go outside. So mittens are best, so if you haven't bought anything yet, mittens please. If they can do gloves, it's fine, but they have to be able to put them on by themselves and take them off by themselves. For clothing, they have to be able to get to the bathroom by themselves by undoing buckles, so make it simple as possible. Overalls are fine if they know how to take the overalls off. We help a little, but we're really, they have to be pretty independent about using the bathroom by themselves. If you haven't bought like a winter coat yet, look for the ones with the big zippers so that they can do it, because if you have those little bitty zippers, they're not very good at it. So if you haven't done it, if you have a hand-me-down and you have to use it, that's fine, we'll deal with it. Sneakers with Velcro work best rather than ties. But if you already have shoes with ties, that's fine. We ask you to double knot them so we don't have to tie everybody's shoes, the minute they get here. They're not really supposed to wear open back shoes or flip-flops or Crocs or sandals. They won't be allowed on the playground if they wear those kind of shoes. And they have to wear sneakers on gym days, and the afternoon class goes on Friday. So this Friday when we come back from Labor Day, we will have gym, and if they don't have sneakers, they'll have to sit out and they won't be able to participate. So sneakers on Fridays. No toys, candy, or extra jewelry or umbrellas. If you want to meet them at the bus stop with an umbrella, do that, or because we really don't need to have wet umbrellas coming into the classroom. We have no place to store it. So just meet them at the bus or the car with an umbrella. Next page, bathroom rules. They have to be toilet trained. They can't wear pull-ups. So that's according to Hartford County policy. For bus children, if you want to change buses, it has to be done in advance, and they have to ride their own bus, first of all, I should say that. And then if there's a different change in who's going to pick your child up, on this card, when you return it to me on Tuesday, anybody authorized to pick your child up should be listed, and then when they come, we have to ID them to make sure it's really the right person, so we don't just give your child to anybody. If you have any kind of custody issues on here and someone's not allowed to pick them up by law, you can put that on the back, so I'll know that, and I'll note the office to know that as well. And if that's the case, we need custody papers to make sure it's legal, because we just can't take somebody's word for it. So this is really an important document for just anyone who comes to get your child. You have a folder that you can keep all your papers in. We're going to give your child another folder on Tuesday with their name on it. That folder should always be in your child's book bag. So that if we have paperwork we've done throughout the afternoon, we'll put it in there. You go home, if you open that up every day, that would be awesome. Look what's in there, take it out, and then put it back in the book bag and bring the book bag to school every day. Like, keep it in a spot where you're going to remember where it is, like on the doorknob, next to the closet or something. And if you have a note for us, we don't go into the book bag to look for things, because sometimes you'd be surprised what winds up at the bottom of these book bags. So the only thing we take out is the folder. So if you want to tell us something about anything, changes or dismissal changes, if it's not in that folder, we're not going to find it in the bottom of this bag. So make sure it's just in the folder, and we will see it. And then if we need to tell you something, we'll put it in the folder as well. Back to bedtime. Early bedtime, of course, is best. and a healthy lunch before school is great. And we will have a snack at school. And one of the ways we're able to have a snack is if you will fill out this meal application form. This will allow the lady in the cafeteria to submit it as a free snack for all of us. So we'll have a beverage and a snack every day, but we really need this back so that she can verify that's why we're getting it. So this is important to get back to us as soon as possible. And then we have a snack for free. For absences, of course, keep your child home if they're sick, and then when they come back within 3 days, we have to have a note explaining why, so it can be coded. If we don't get it within 3 days, it's considered illegal by the state, and if they're out for 5 days or more, they need a doctor's note telling us why, according to the school and the state policy. They tell me they're going to be strict with absences this year, and if there's an excessive amount, the state has said we can dismiss a pre-K child from the program. Because actually this year we're so overcrowded, we have 23 in each class, we're capped, but that means there's more in the office that are piling up that want to get in. So I think it's about 8, 9, or 10. I'd like to think if your child was sick, they're not going to kick them out. Because if you get chickenpox, you're out for 6 days, you know. So we've never really had that before, and it's not my decision. I'll refer it to pupil personnel, and I'll refer it to the principal. So they told me that they're going to enforce it this year, so I just wanted to let you know, be diligent about getting them here. The next topic is homework. They'll have homework about once a week, sometimes twice, and you don't have to do it that night. You can do it throughout the whole week. Take a little bit, it's not very much, it's just 1 page. And it's the idea of getting them used to doing homework at home. And you can bring it back any day that week, and if you even bring it the next week, that's fine. We don't check it off to make sure it's in. It's more just for you to get used to doing homework with your child so that they can do it with the siblings who have homework. Feel free to take a chair down. Thank you. Theme celebrations, we're hoping to do Nutcracker and do the Olympics. At this point, to be honest, we don't have a place to put the Nutcracker on. We're going to try to figure out where there's no extra classroom, there's really no place to practice, so we're going to let you know by late fall if we can even do it, because every square inch of this school is being used, so we're going to see if we can find a place to practice for it. And then PUB Olympics is an outside activity, that's in May, and of course we will be able to do that. The next topic, any questions by the way? Not yet? Phone numbers, if your phone changes, whether it's your landline or your cell, we need to know, so that if your child's sick and we call, we need to make contact with, you or a responsible adult. It doesn't matter how many times it changes, just keep giving it to me and I'll share it with the office as well. Health issues, there's another sheet behind this one that says when you should keep your child home. You can read that at home. It's kind of just common sense. If they're sick, even though they love school, I don't want to go to school, don't send them, because we have too many other children here. And, in this age, they're touching everything and licking everything, and germs spread pretty quickly when they're 4 years old. Library day, we actually are going to have 2. We're going to have media with the librarian on one day, where we will take them to the library in the building. And then Thursday is going to be our class library day, when not the first Thursday, the next Thursday, the 15th. They're going to select a book from the classroom library and get to take it home, read it for the week, and then the next Thursday it comes back. And the big thing about this is we teach them responsibility. They're responsible for bringing the book back. So when I ask where the book is and they say, my mom forgot to put it in my book bag, I'll say, it's not your mom's book, it's your book. You're responsible for the book. So it's a little bit of ownership, and so that's kind of a good way to try to teach them responsibility, earning it and returning it every week. We have academic clubs. We have 4 really special clubs that the children can get in. And if you go down our hallway, right past our classroom, there are posters hung up. The first club they can get into, and this is the whole year. It's not just the first month of school. It takes the whole year for most children. If they can write their name, their first name, and spell it, they get in the name club. If they know all the uppercase letters and the lowercase letters of the alphabet in random order, they get in the ABC club. If they know their numbers 1 to 10 and can make sets like count me out 5 pennies or 7 teddy bears, they can get in the number club. And if they know there's pre-K sight words, there are 12, and you'll get them as the fall progresses, then they get in the sight word club. For some children, it takes the whole year. You know, everybody's different, but most of the children will get in by June. We usually have a pretty good ratio, like 98% get in all 4 clubs. For discipline, we're very reasonable and flexible, but we do have to have standards with 23 children. So we have behavior notes that look kind of like, and it's here somewhere. I'll show you some. We have good notes. If your child does something good, they'll get this. It says, "Dear family, today at school I, shared with a friend. My teachers were so proud of me. I'm a pre-K student." That's the good. Then, if they did things that are not so good, and it could be I didn't share or I didn't listen. Today at school, I'll write what they did. I promise to be a pre-K start tomorrow. And you have to sign the note and return it, because sometimes these notes wind up on the bus, underneath the seat, behind the bush. So we pull them out of the job chart until they bring this back. So if they say, "I don't have the note, I lost it," I'll write you another one the second day, because we pull them out of the job chart as soon as they get a note. And then they have to be responsible, and they have to tell you what they did at home. Don't say, if I say, "Today at school I hit a friend," don't say, "Johnny, did you hit a friend?" They'll say no. Say, "What happened? Why? Did someone hit you?" Try to get information from them like the roundabout way, because if you ask them outright if they did something, they're going to say they didn't do it. And trust me, I'm not lying when I tell you that they did it. So it's kind of more of a teachable moment. We don't know, these notes don't follow them to high school or anything. They're just to kind of let you know what's going on in the classroom, so you could kind of reinforce good behavior at home and at school. And then we have all these, I'll just share a few. If you forget to empty the folders, we'll put this note on your book bag, so that you can remember maybe the next night you can go through your child's book bag. We have this is our silly ouch note. If your child should get hurt at school and it's serious, the nurse will certainly call you and you'll have a form that's more formal. But if they bump their head on the playground, we have an ouch note. So anything that happens in the classroom, you'll get this note just in case they have or they fell down and they hit their head on, a block or something. So this is not really very serious. If it was serious, I would send them to the nurse and then she would call you. And then if they get in clubs, I can write and spell my name club, 1 to 10 club. And we even have silly notes, like if they're yawning their heads off all day, "I was tired, I think I need more sleep, I want to go to bed early tonight." So don't be surprised at how funny and silly some of these are, or they were coughing a lot, like maybe you thought you gave them medicine and it worked. "Well, I was coughing a lot at school, I thought you'd want to know." It's just kind of for information. So we have these and many, many more notes in our little bag of tricks. So that's that. And then, oh, by the way, at the end of the day, we've instituted, "What did you learn today?" So when you ask them what to do at school, they go, "I don't know." So before they leave, we ask the child who's the singer at the end of the day, "Well, what did you learn today?" So they have to think of something that they learned, or something that we did, or something that we read. So if you ask them that at home, they should be able to get in the habit of saying, not like "What did you do?" but "What did you learn today?" Because trust me, they are doing something. And if they say, "I don't know," well, that's not a good enough answer. If you ever have to reach me, you can leave a message anytime you want. I'm here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we leave around 4:30. And in between lunch, we're free from 12 to 1. Like I said, I will call you back as soon as I get the message. We have scholastic books if you would like to participate. It's voluntary. You'll get this in your child folder on Tuesday. And I think the date is wrong on this. For some reason, we must have used some old letters. They're due back next Friday the 9th. And you do not have to buy a book, but they're very affordable. There are many dollar books, and any books you buy, we get points for classroom books. So it's just totally by choice, and we usually do Firefly, which is for the younger children. And that's once a month, and it's voluntary. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. We think it's a really awesome reading program. We started about 4 years ago. It's called Camp Fred. F for Families, Read Every Day. And we have a little puppet that comes and talks to them. His name is Fred. And he has a sister named Fran, and I'm the puppeteer, and they think it's funny, they keep looking at the puppet. I'm not very good at it, my mouth moves, but they don't care, they're still looking at me do the puppet. And it basically means when you join Camp Fred, the parents and the families promise to read every day. That can be a book, it can be a page, it can be the McDonald's menu, it can be their homework, it can be practicing their name, it doesn't have to be an hour, it can be 2 minutes. But we're trying to get them in the habit of reading every day because reading success and academic success are linked. And then the pre-K stars promise to read with a grown-up every day. And then what you'll get on Tuesday is a September calendar, and it just looks like a blank calendar, and every time you read, you mark an X, or a smiley, or anything, a sticker, and then they return the calendar at the end of every month, and every month on the top of the calendar, you'll get a book prize for reading every month. So the book this month is David Knows School, and every month you'll get a different book. So we think that's a really great idea, and it's been really successful for the last 4 months. This is also new this year, the yellow paper. And no, transportation says that when the bus driver drops your child off, it's probably more for the morning because I think in the afternoon you're being mostly dropped off at a bus stop. But a parent has to be there to take the child off the bus, or at, like, say you're lucky and a few of you are in an area where it's going to be right in front of your house. I think I may have written that on somebody's folder. You have to be visible to the bus driver because they're not just going to open the door and let your child walk down your driveway. If after 2 times they don't see you and they have to bring the child back to school, you'll have to have a meeting with transportation. So it's, these buses are used so often that if they have to come back to school just to drop your child off, it can get quite late, especially with our late dismissal as well. So that just means be visible, to the bus driver. I have another paper for my information. If there's anybody's name I spelled wrong, because we're going to use the spelling that's on the folder for all the paperwork in school, and we're going to put that name on their book bag. So if there's any changes, you can let me know. And if you have any health issues, you can tell me now in front of everybody, or you can tell me privately. And does everybody, except for Nathan, I don't know if Nathan's parents are here. You're the only one I don't have transportation on. I can't figure out what bus because there are 4 buses near that babysitter stop. Do you know? Yeah. You might want to stop in and talk to Miss Miller in the office because every time I punch up her address, 4 buses come up. So I don't know what bus to put your child on going home, you know what I mean? So by Tuesday I need to know everybody else I know where I'm going. So we'll stop in the office before you leave. Any other questions? No?
When do we start writing?
Tuesday. Tuesday, Miss Liz will, this is the other thing she said. She has no idea how long it's going to take her to do this afternoon ride because it's very spread out. She has like 15 stops over a lot of different areas. So the morning is going to get picked up at noon and dropped off. So you don't have to worry about that. She's going to start the afternoon run to pick up at 1 o'clock. She has no idea yet what the order is, so it's going to take her 2-3 days to figure it out. So you're going to have to be out there anytime at your stop from 1 o'clock on for her to come and get your child. She should be there before 1:30, but we don't know because she's never done this route before because we got 2 more districts when we got redistricted. So she's all the way on this side, and then she's all the way on this side. So she'll tighten it up within a couple of days, and then she'll give me a printout of the order that the children will be picked up, the stops where they'll be picked up, and the times, the approximate times. And it always does pay to be out there 5 minutes before the approximate time anyway. But she has no idea because she's never run it, and she's never had so many. Well, we have a lot of children, and she's got them all over, like they're spread out. So she's a little bit, she doesn't think she's even going to get here before 1:30. So don't panic the first day or so. Just keep waiting out there, and if you have to wait in your car, or hopefully it won't be raining. But she said to be out, she's supposed to start the run between 1 and 1:05. I bet it's going to take her 30, 35. It might even take her 40 minutes to start with. And they start on Tuesday. Full time is Tuesday, so they'll be picked up, and then school begins at 1:30, and then the dismissals, and then you have children here, they're running very late so far, because we're bus run, we're called fourth tier, so they're coming from all the other schools, they're getting in our parking lot late, and we're not like, as teachers, we can normally leave at 4:20, we haven't been out till like 4:40. So it's slow to get them out of the building, it's slow to get the buses out, and the runs are slow because there's a lot of issues, for the first week or so. I think it'll tighten up on both ends pretty quickly, but it's not going to be pretty on Tuesday, so we'll be out there for a while. And I'm thinking by Wednesday it might get better. Maybe by Friday we'll be, you'll know what time to be there closer. And you can ask her, is this close to when I should be here? So if she's coming to your house at 1:15, you only need to be out there at 1:10. Because if she's coming at 1:30, you don't have to be out there at 1 o'clock. So as you see it, she should be able to tighten it up within 2-3 days. So that's it. I suggest you get them to bed early. Tell them Mrs. Barrett said they have to go to bed early. And even though some of them may nap now, you'd be surprised. They really last really well with us. We have so much to do. We're always moving. Maybe once every couple of years we have someone fall asleep one day. But it's not like they're falling asleep on us at 2 or 2:30. We keep them busy. We do have specials this year. They'll go to gym, they'll go to music, art, and library. So that's really nice. And to start the year with so many of our children, we're going to stay with the special teacher if they feel like they like us there, kind of like an extra set of hands until the kids become comfortable and the teacher becomes comfortable with all three of them. We're very excited you're here. We're proud of our program. We think it's awesome. Mrs. Zimmer and I have been in pre-K together for 10 years. We started here at Old Deerfield 10 years ago. We were here 2 years, and then Deerfield became overcrowded, so they moved us to Edgewood Elementary. We taught Deerfield children there for 6 years, and then they remembered to bring us back when the school got rebuilt. So this is our second year back. So we've been 10 years teaching Deerfield. This is only our 4th year on site, though. We're happy with that. It's really an awesome building. We have great technology, our computers. We do our whiteboard lessons. It's really, really awesome. So we're proud of our school. We hope you'll like it. If you ever have any questions, just please call me. Don't be worried or nervous. We'll take really good care of your children, and we think they'll really have a great time and learn a lot for you. Any questions? I can't believe you don't have any questions. I explained everything so well. Yes. Yeah. There was a packet.